Hello and welcome to Amby Marie Knits, episode 130. My name is Amber. Welcome to my crafty channel where I'm going to talk about what I've been knitting, making, and whatever. You can find me on Instagram as Amby Marie Knits and Ravelry as Amby Marie Knits, and you can email me at ambymarieknits@gmail.com if you ever feel like emailing. It has been a long week. Holiday season, work is crazy, but we still had some fun. So last weekend was pretty awesome. I did go to two separate little fiber things and it was great. So we're going to get into that a little bit later when we get into acquisitions in life. First, let's go ahead and talk about what I have made this week. We have knitting and spinning is all we have this week, but that's okay. That's still a lot. So, finished objects. First one we're going to show, socks. These are modified DRK Everyday Socks by Andrea Mowry. Yarn is Chromatic Yarns from not last year but the year before's weekly sock advent thingy in the colorway Watery Sphere. So the DRK Everyday Socks are ribbing all the way around. I just did plain stockinette, but it's still toe up with a Flegel heel. I think the heel looks really cool, and I think they fit well. I don't know. I haven't actually worn a pair yet. I mean, I made a pair and I've worn mine, but they're weird. I don't really like them. But this is the first finished object. So, kind of cool. Oh, what am I wearing? My shirt from the naughtyknitress.com. I will link their shop below. They have all sorts of awesome stuff because, well, Andy is awesome. And she knows it. But okay, back to finished objects. I have two of the exact same thing. Here's the first one. Oh, it's blowing out, but ain't it pretty? Yarn, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's DK weight. This is a classic ribbed hat by Pearl Soho. I think you saw me start that last week. I finished this one and the second one. There's two. I think I made this one a little bit too tall in the crown, but it's fine. They're still adorable. Yes, I want that as my screenshot because how cute. Yep, so these are a gift for somebody. Okay, so they gave me the yarn and I'm knitting hats. I still have to make a headband, but I'll get there. I'm proud I got both of these done. They need to be blocked. The socks need to be blocked as well. So I might actually do that this afternoon to get that done. So that's everything I've finished this week. Now let's move on to whips. So actually we're gonna still block her because one of my whips is like a hoe and a half. Makes sense, I swear. So, socks. This yarn is Hot Knit Yarn, Birthday 2021 color. I got the first one done. I did a shadow wrap heel because I was doing these top down. I started them out in DPNs, did it through the heel, and then wanted to go faster, so then I switched over to just magic loop because that's my preference. So, here's the first one. There we go. Looks pretty cool. My socks are all done on US size 1s, 2.25 millimeter. This one I think I did 20 cuff. I think I did 50 leg, heel, and however many I did for the foot to make it long enough. And speaking of foot, here's where I am on sock 2. I am just past the shadow wrap heel. That was fun. I did drop a stitch. It's still kind of messy in there. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know, it's kind of messy over there, but I picked it up and fixed it, but like I dropped one of the stitches, like the twin stitches, it kind of slipped off. I don't know, it was weird, but it's so pretty. I really like the color. So that hopefully I'll get done this week. I've got a couple more pairs of socks I need to make, and then I also have my gift knitting I need to do. I haven't gotten started on a lot of stuff. That's fine, we'll get there, or we won't. Either way, it'll be fine. So I worked on that, and then the other whip is the One Love Mystery Shawl by Joji Locatelli. I am like halfway through clue 3 if you don't want to be spoiled, but if you're making it, I think it'll be okay. So this is the right side. Nope, this is the right side. This color is amazing. So the color is Pink Mist by Hedgehog Fibers. Was gifted to me last year and I love it. So we've got garter, lace, garter, lace. I finished the garter for clue 3. So I just need to do the lace. I just haven't been able to do that yet. But isn't it gorgeous? Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. So that's kind of what I've been working on this week as far as knitting. Is there other stuff I should be working on? Oh, most definitely. There is. Like that sweater, the Jenny sweater. I will get to it. I'm going to. Maybe I'll even do that this evening. I think I need to start a sleeve. I think if I get going on a sleeve, that would give me the motivation to do what I need to do. That's what I'm hoping. Sorry, my hair's driving me nuts. I need it to grow longer, or I need to go get it cut. And I'm probably not going to go get it cut, and it's going to take forever to grow longer, but that's fine. So that is, let me check my notes that I haven't looked at. Okay. That's my whips. That's everything I've finished. I will be starting some more stuff. So I got to do Christmas gifts and stuff like that. So next up, we are going to do some acquisitions. We're going to do a little bit of regular acquisitions, and then we're going to go into like the weekend of the Fiber Fest and all that kind of stuff. So did get some acquisitions today. Kind of exciting. You're going to hear crinkles. I'm not taking these out of the package, so I'm sorry. So bear with me. So Fangirl Fibers did a K-pop Demon Hunter pre-order. Do I care about K-pop Demon Hunters? No, not really. Like, I'm sure they're cool. It's fine. Whatever. But I like colors. Specifically these colors. So the first one is this one. It's called This Is What It Sounds Like. Now that's a pink. Look at that pink. Oh, it's such a good pink. Love it. So I got 5 of these. And then the other color I got is, what's it? Oh, Hunter X. It's this one. Look at that. Oh, they're so pretty. Do I know what they're going to be? No. I thought they were going to be my baseline cardigan, but then I started it with the other one, and then I made the pockets and have ignored it, and who knows? I don't know. We're going to see what happens, because I don't have a clue. And so there's that acquisition. So we had the Fiber Festivals this weekend, right? So one of them was about 2 hours north of me. It was small. It was in a church basement. I mean, still had a decent amount of vendors, don't get me wrong. There was like 6 or 8, something like that. There was a lot of stuff there. And I went, only thing I was planning on getting was a twist angle card. That's all I needed, just because I can't find all of mine. And I did get one. I don't know where it's at, because I haven't been using that right now for spinning. But I got that. But on the way up there, talking to my sister, we're like, you know, I kind of do want to tread a wheel. Like, that would be really cool, you know, if we found one that was affordable or something like that. And she's like, well, I thought about getting you one, but I don't know what kind you like, and that's got to be perfect. I'm like, well, dream would be we find one, it's affordable, and I get an early Christmas present. Guess what happened? We got there, we're looking around, and there's one vendor who had so much stuff. That's what I got the control card from. Control card, twist angle card, whatever. And she did have some wheels, and she had some of the wheels that I really liked. I don't really know my brands or anything like that, but they were cool looking. They were like $900. Wheels are an investment. I get that. There's nothing wrong with paying money for something that's worth it. Not in anybody's budget. That's fine. So we wandered around a little bit more, and then in kind of the middle of the area, there was one vendor, Renee's Revolutions, that I had purchased from before. I usually see him at Fiber U, and I've gotten like fiber bats from him before. Well, she had a wheel, and it was sitting there, and it was the type of wheel I wanted. I wanted a double treadle. I wanted the castle wheel, like the one with the wheel like right here. And the price was affordable. And you should see me. It was hilarious. I'm like dancing around going, oh, this is awesome. Oh, this is awesome. So my sister finally yelled at me. Not really yelled, but she's like, can you please not be here right now so we can pretend we're not buying this for you? So I got to come home with a wheel. So here's a picture. That's my favorite. And then I'll put some other pictures in spinning. I don't know, something of it. The wheel I got is the teal Kromski Fantasia, and I love it. It came, actually here, I can show you the color. So here's one of the bobbins. So the bobbins, 2 of the bobbins, because one of the bobbins, she said she broke one of them. So one of them's just wood colored. But the wheel is this color. The pedals are this color. And one of the whorls is this color. It came with 2 extra whorls. I haven't figured out how to replace those yet or change them, because I'm fine with the one it's on. But I got a wheel. I got a treadle wheel, and it's so awesome. And I love it so much. And it makes me so happy. And my family is amazing. And let me tell you, putting stuff out there in the universe and then it happening, oh, that was so cool. Like, so amazing. So We are going to go into spinning a little bit, and then we'll finish up the next part of the Fiber Fest in the weekends, because there was another one I went to. So spinning wise, of course, I had to try out my wheel. So I have this right here. This was just some, I think, Shetland that I had. So this is me, and this was 2-ply spun and plied on the wheel. Some of them parts look better than others. Some of them are kind of an oopsies, because I put some, to test it out, I just put some yarn on it because I'm trying to learn how to, do the wheel and everything. Well, when I was plying this, I forgot I had a whole bunch of regular yarn. So like this, that is what was spun, plied with just some sock yarn. So kind of cool. I have not like washed it or blocked it or anything. I need to have a washing party. But yeah, just a little bit. So that was spin 1 on there. Spin 2, picture of the original bat. So I got this at Fiber U. Do I have the card for them? I do. Hold on, right here. So this was from Tallgrass Woolery. Right there. They're out of Kansas. So this was a bat. I wanted to try and do long draw. That's not my thing. It's not. This one definitely has a little bit of twist in it. This is a singles. I have no idea how to make a true singles. I am going to try and full this though, so it can stay a singles. And I have no idea what I'll do with it, but so this one was a bat. So it's the brown. It didn't have the type of fiber it was on it, but then it's got little like oranges in there from some like sparkly stuff. So yeah, so I did that one. And then the current one on the Fantasia is this. So this is, can you guess what the colorway name is? I mean, really, I'm pretty sure you can figure that one out. This is Spinner's Candy. And yes, the colorway is Wicked. Makes sense. This was a gift from one of my favorite peoples. So I decided to try and spin this on there, and picture of what I've got so far. All I really have left is like a little piece on the wheel and this. I'm almost done with the first half. I haven't figured out what I'm doing yet though. So with the second bobbin, I'm making a 2-ply because whatever. Do I just spin it end to end and ply them together and it'll like almost stripe but not quite for self-striping? I didn't make it thin enough to be comfortable doing a chain ply, because I'm going to get like a worsted to bulky if I do that, versus probably hopefully a DK if I don't. Do I want to just spin it as 1? Do I want to break it in 2? Do I want to break it in 4 so it's more of a fractal? I might do it more like a fractal, because also I like spinning it when it's thinner, and that could look cool because we still get lots of barber pulling. I might split this in 4. I don't know. Tune in next week to find out what I do with this beautiful fiber. Oh, it is, I forgot to tell you what the fiber is. 80-20 merino and stellina. And let me tell you, when you are spinning something that has 20% stellina in it, the stellina gets everywhere. Like, not obviously everywhere, but I'll be like in the kitchen, I'm like, well, why is there a piece of stellina in here? It's amusing. So there's that. So that is all of that. A little bit more on spinning. Should have done this earlier. Sorry about the random order, but it still works. So this is what I was working on before in the e-spinner. So this was done in the 6.1. So these yarns were, I had this left over. This was from Fangirl Fibers. It was one of the boy band ones. I don't know which one. So this one's a little 2-ply, because that's what I had left over. And then I plied it with that yellow that I dyed. I have like 190 grams here of worsted weight. I forgot what the yardage was because I'm not good at paying attention to that stuff. No notes, phone, where's it at? I made notes because sometimes I am smart, not always. Okay, there we go. So the big one is 345 yards unwashed. So I haven't washed it yet, so it's gonna shrink some. And the small one is 76 yards. So 150 grams and 30.5 grams. So about 190 almost. I don't know what it's going to be, but hey, I made it. It looks cool. Both of them were superwash merino. That's what these ones were. So I've got that. That's been my spinning. And as far as the Ozarks Fiber Fling was the name of the fiber thing I went to on Friday. I did not take any pictures. I took one picture while we were inside of there, and it was of the wheel. That's it, because I was just too excited. So then on Saturday, me and one of my friends went to Fayetteville to the Northwest Arkansas Fiber Festival. That was really fun. One of the coolest things about it now is, since I've been going to the fiber festivals this past like 2 or 3 years, like, I know people now. Like, when I go, there's actually people that I may not buy anything. I didn't buy very much at all, but we've got the Yarn Adventure truck, Katie and Dean. I go talk to them. I did buy something there. I'm not going to show it. I bought a tripod for the Nano. So not anything too exciting. I got it off Amazon. Rather support a small business. And I knew I was getting the right one that way too. But I got to go talk to them, or Dana from Ozarks Highland Wool, or Donna from Red Door Fibers. Like, there's all these people that I've seen. Like, now that I'm going to these things, oh, I remember you. That is like the coolest part, just having conversations with people. And my friends, while not necessarily of the fiber crafty type, they still have fun going and looking at all the cool stuff. So that was really fun. And Fayetteville was gorgeous. I don't know if I had any pictures of the trees, but if I did, I'll put some pictures in somewhere, somehow. But then we went out to eat, and, well, Friday we went to Mexican. That was yummy. Maybe I put pictures of tacos. And then we went on Saturday to this, I don't know what kind of restaurant it was. It was just a restaurant. We had burgers. My plate looks kind of funny because I wanted a burger, but I also wanted this chicken habanero burger. And one of my friends also wanted kind of both, so we each got one and then split them in half. And then I had the most hilarious drink. So we had some mocktails because the place had them. So I had a Moscow donkey. So as opposed to Moscow Mule, it's a Moscow donkey. So it was ginger liqueur, fake ginger liqueur, ginger syrup, I guess, lime juice, and non-alcoholic ginger beer. It was so good. So yeah, so that was really fun. Saturday was great. And then Sunday I worked. Did I work Sunday? Yes, I worked Sunday. Sorry. It was the Sunday before that I was off. I've been confused on all that kind of stuff, and that is perfectly okay. So yeah, so it was really, really busy weekend, and then work's been crazy. It was definitely a really, really crazy week, but we're okay with that as well. So what else do I have to show you? Oh yes, the last acquisition. This was from the Bob and Weave at the Fiber Festival in Arkansas, and look at this beauty. Look at this. Do I know what kind of berry it is? No. Do I care? Also no, because look at that color. Like, it's a pinky purple iridescent. And so I have too many crafts now, right? So between knitting, crocheting, spinning, dyeing, sewing, I don't need another craft. I don't. But if I was going to learn another craft, I would like to learn bead weaving. Because, so I have this one, and then I was actually looking at my collection earlier. I have a couple others. I have this one from the Chromatic Yarns Corner Craft, but I got that with the sock advent. And then I also have this one also from the Bob and Weave. I'm trying to remember to link them below. And that's what I got last year when I went. So these are my 3 beaded ones I currently have. And as you guys know, I don't use a lot of stitch markers, like, or the Progress Keeper style. Like, I just don't use a lot of them, but I do love how pretty they are. So that's all my acquisitions. That's everything that I've got. The last thing I have for you is books. So I've been reading this. So Skinwalker by Faith Hunter. It is interesting. I am that far into it. So we're getting somewhere. This one is, of course, to read at home. And it's really hard to read this and spin or knit or do the other things I need to do. But that's okay. I've been getting it done. I think we're over halfway. And then I've also been reading, like, at work and stuff. I've been reading, hold on, let me make it come up. There we go. Jennifer L. Armentrout, White Hot Kiss. It's been interesting. I mean, it's like all of a sudden the 17-year-old has, you know, finding out about her past and all this stuff. So it's not bad. Demons and whatever type of stuff. I don't know. I'm going to keep reading it. We all know I'm not afraid to DNF a book. I will not DNF this one, at least at this time. It seems to be worth reading still. Keeps me busy. And then I'm going to be, I need to actually start that soon. Libby did pop up with Tourist Season by Bryn Weaver. So I do have that in audio. So I might do some sewing today. And if I do, I'm going to try and see if I can listen to that. Because I do have sewing I need to do. So this has been kind of a long episode. Let's make sure we covered everything. We have finished objects, whips, acquisitions. I love my wheel. It's amazing. Yeah, that's all we've got for this week. So I know it was a lot. I do want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out and watching. I really do appreciate you. Please like, comment, subscribe, anything like that you would like to do. That would be cool. And I will see you next week.